Poetic, please.
Thank you so much. We'd like to thank the programmers, the jurors, the festival founders. Your help and advice has been invaluable. We'd like to thank the countless harried employees, the festival staff, whose names sometimes we don't even know. You're appreciated.
This is Jay Alvarez, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that name.
We'd also like to thank all of the overweight men who sat behind desks and droned to me. Their speech, preaching a cheap antique, confusing who they meant to be with what we're living for. We'd like to thank our quick lips as they vomit hope of saving ears that have been choked by soft men like the ones we know who are smothering the world. We'd like to thank their dull gaze as it projects void on bright screens that boredom employs to blind every average mind from our memorized lives. We'd like to thank our red glares as they archive loss with freaks that paid all that it costs to speak for weak and willing what those bright screens don't supply. We'd like to thank our life's work when we send them it, that they dismiss for something swift what doesn't take such work to sit their comic bodies through. We'd like to thank their lectures when they travel from clean white sheets to fluorescent rooms that we share with the daughters whom they had but never knew. We'd like to thank the pulseless peers we begged for broke, whose lumbering lifelessness spoke to our red and vested heartbeats as though descending sage repose. We'd like to thank the blank renown they hear of now, of chic marquees in foreign towns, of middle-class laughs and bourbon rounds, for pain they'll never know. We'd like to thank the doddering players that knew our plans, that read our words and shook our hands, that loved our drum and joined the band, then faded in misunderstanding. We'd like to thank their lazy frames and running mouths, their thoughts on where the medium is now, their lunch complaints, their flaccid fate, the roles that they've been landing. We'd like to thank the graying skanks that sneered at our dearth of funds, our lack of years, our little crew, our debut age, our low-rent health, our wealth of rage. We'd like to thank their small, dim eyes, their apathetic face, their indifference to life, their comic book tastes. Thank their dyslexic smiles and tired facts, their autobiographies and photographs, their patient looks, their business books, receipts they give to soothe me. Thank their industry jargon and dietary aversions, their speech about how they're a visual person, their phone calls made to friends out of state describing a cheap little movie. They could have helped, but something's lost. There's no ending. It hasn't got much more than words, and verse is not enough. One day we'll learn that this art is a business that sees people give to what gives back. From what they've seen, we don't know yet what makes the butter churn. But we're learning. So thank you very much.